Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm 25 and invested, and we are going to look at my accounts, starting with my account, which is $185,000, $185,568.34. I am up on all my accounts all time, 55.71%, or $66,392.88. That is all of my portfolio, and we will go through my wife's later, which she is doing basically just as well. Moving down, we're going to go to the 1 month. And on the 1 month, I am up 0.73%, or $1,347. That is because my stock picks did not do as well as Xeqt or VEQT, which is the lion's share of my portfolio, meaning that my picks are lagging my portfolio for the first time in a little while. Looking at my accounts and the breakdown, my Tfsa, which is the biggest account that we have, is $143,000, up 75%. My first home savings up 26%. That is all Xeqt. My RSP is up 8.5%. That is VEQT. And my non-registered, which is just straight stock picks, is up 8.42%. That's actually the longest that it's stayed positive since I made this account, which is pretty funny. Sorry, got dry throat. We're going to start off my Tfsa. And my Tfsa on the 1 month is up 0.24%, basically nothing. It has been a very volatile week. So even though I believe between mine and my wife's account, we hit a high of $269,000, we are actually back down $4,000 since then. So about a 2% drop from its highs, but still positive overall. So on the 1 month, still positive overall of $1,000 or 0.73%. Pretty good. We're still slowly climbing, and which makes sense. I do expect over the long haul that the market will slowly rise, and we're capturing short-term gains. It has been a little, well, not so good for people in singular stocks. Particular single stocks have been beaten up the past little while, which it sucks. We're going to take a look at everything that I own. We have a new second place in the account. Brookfield was my second place, or my second best performing stock, but it has been since replaced by Google. Google is up 147%. Google has been killing it. Meta is still my best performing stock, but it is up 223%, falling from, a couple months ago at 288%. It basically hit 288% up, stalled out, and now it's just slowly declining, which things don't go up forever. Xeqt does make up the biggest portion of this account of my Tfsa. It is $71,000 and it's up 26%. So it is accounting for most of the gains in this portfolio, in this account. Moving on, we're going to go to my non-registered, my deep value account. This is the one that I do actively trade. In the past month, it is up 3.41% or 3.5%. $1,300 is this account's total value. It is small, but it is also the gambling account, which I think is very fun. I've always been a big advocate that I'm actually gonna go on a bit of a tangent here because I think this is important. I've always been a big fan of having a little bit of money aside for speculation. Not a lot. I do have my stock picks in my big account. I've been slowly selling out of those and switching to more traditional ETFs. However, this is purely a speculation account and it is tiny. I believe that everybody has an innate need to gamble. You're in the stock market. You're also doing something incredibly boring. There needs to be room for fun or it's self-destruction. This is my where I blow off steam. So these are my stock picks. Please don't laugh. And I will shrink myself back down and we will carry on. All time, the account is up 8.42%. This used to be the penny stock account, but I did get rid of the penny stock account. I don't think it was very good. Year to date, I'm up 11%. Very cool. I have Bank of New York Mellon Corp, which All these are off of the Acquires Multiple stock pick list. So I picked them. Equinor, which is positive now, thank God. I have Lululemon, which was a value play. All of these are value plays, by the way. Lululemon is not doing too good. Actually, PBR, or Petroleum Brazil, is down 9%. Synchrony Finance is up 35%. So we do have some good winners and some bad losers. And then I have Xeqt there, which is chugging away at 28% positive. Very nice. Yeah, I have $90 on the side in this account, and I will likely be buying a new stock sometime in the near future. Basically, every time I get paid from Xeqt, which is every 3 months, I also add a stock to this account. When this account hits 20 stocks, $200 each equal weighting, then I will slowly be, adding and splitting up values in this account, basically trying to make myself as even across 20 stocks as I can. So it's going to look pretty weird, and it's going to be pretty funny for a long time. It's going to take when this happens, if it happens, this account's going to be a nightmare to manage, and it's going to be very funny. I hope, at least. We're going to go to my First Home Savings, which is all Xeqt. This account has been open for 2 years. It did go negative for a little bit. I used to have cash in this account almost exclusively, but I'm up this year 20%. But on the 1 month, I'm up 0.89%, which means that this account did pretty well. It did better than my First Home Savings, or better than my Tfsa, which means that my stock picks did not do great. That's just how she goes. It's just how she be, and I will keep trying. But on the 1 month, on the 1 year, this account's doing fantastic. It is all Xeqt. And likewise for my RSP, which is VEQT. I know splitting hairs between Xeqt and VEQT. Technically, Xeqt did better by 0.01% than VEQT on the month. I think that's very funny. I don't look too hard into these things. I think that both of them equal out to about the same. If I had to pick again, I would likely have picked VEQT just because it's a little more Canadian weighted than Xeqt, but without changing anything, when I made my RSP, I said I'll just own both. So I'm adding a level of complexity, which I don't think is a good thing, but I am sticking to the same strategy, which I think is a very good thing. Yeah, that's it. We'll move on to my wife's account. My wife has done some very funny things in her account. She has made her Tfsa a grandma, and she has made her First Home Savings a house, which I think is very funny. Her account is $90,000. So altogether, my wife and I have $165,000 in our accounts. Again, hitting a high of, $265,000, and hitting a high of $269,000. So it's been pretty volatile for both of us. It has been a wild week. I like the volatility. I like that, the fear greed index has just been, it's been pretty wild. It's been fun to be a part of. Last time I seen this level of people lamenting about the markets was maybe 2 years ago when we went down about 20% over 3 or 4 months. That was actually a couple years ago now. It's been a pretty straight up run since then. So that was also the last time that I see my portfolio negative. Most people, if you go really far back in my videos, you might be able to see that my portfolios did sit negative for like a year, which, yeah, these things happen. We're investing. Yeah, so I'm actually just gonna open up just me for a minute because I think that it's important. I do this every time I think it's important. I've been on Blossom for quite a while now, and I am still fighting the good fight against cover call ETFs, ULTA and MSFT. More particularly, I think they control Blossom, and I think a lot of people are opening their eyes to the financial products that they own and how they work. I do get a lot of people saying, I'm doubling down on MSFT. They can't shake me away from this. Meanwhile, like, it's meant to depreciate, which is incredible to think about. But I think people are too tied to what they own. And Blossom particularly, I think it's a very cool place where we get to show ownership. We get to talk about what we own to other people, and we get the chance to defend ourselves, which I think is a two-way street because it gives people the chance to attack it. I don't try to attack people based on the way they do things. However, if something is absolutely suboptimal to something else, then I believe people should be accepting of that fact, which doesn't always sit well with them, does it? So there you go. That's me. That's it. That's what I was up to this week. It's been a wild week for me as well. I've been working pretty hard. If you do follow me on Blossom, I will put a link to invite code if you want to use it. If not, just get on there. It's worth it. It's worth it for you. The community's great. The chances of learning good information are much better on Blossom than other places. So I would really love it if you guys, hopped on Blossom and seen me there, or even if you didn't, that's fine. Just get on there. Yeah, that's it. Thanks. I'll see you guys next time. Bye now. How do I stop this thing?